What? It's just doing that on its own. All right, so we're back, everyone, to what feels like a normal day here at the Hoarder house. We've got power turned back on, and now I'm trying to get everything cleaned up and back to a relative normal so I can actually work again. Oh. Welcome back, everyone, to another day here at the Hoarder house, or the once hoarded house, we might say. Although there is still some hoard I'm working through, and I'm getting there. We'll probably start with a little bit of that today. So, my brother-in-law does all the editing on this. I don't know two bits about it.
Nice.
Well, he's gonna be angry at me because we were talking the whole time.
I forgot about the camera, so you got a lot to pull out.
Oh yeah.
You know?
No, hey, I don't mind though. He'll speed it up, and it'll just be like squeaks.
For our third cradle, I put this on here for now till because we got the two full coils on here.
Yeah, well, you do what you gotta do.
To get that third color on there.
Well, getting those ready-made cradles, they're expensive.
Yeah, they're like
and they take up a lot of space.
Yeah, and I would have to eventually I'll put one on there. There's a spot for it, but they're about $900, $950. But you rarely need them. Yeah, the big full coilers are black in here and the white. Those are the main colors.
Yeah. The black is really common now.
Oh yeah, yeah, 6-inch black, 5-inch black.
This thing roll off the 6-inch, or is this just
no,
5?
this is a 5 machine.
Yeah, your other one rolls
other
off
one's
6.
A 5.6, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where that one comes in handy. It's a whole different world with the gutters.
Somebody who does a lot of aluminum, I find this is kind of the, it's like doing the crown molding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You called it. It looks like just a bam bam thing, but
oh no, there's
a little bit to it.
Well, especially when you get into the hand miters and all that, and like that's where I really enjoy myself.
Nice custom work, you know.
Well, not only that, it's the real art is reducing joints and getting flow when you're dealing with those long lengths.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. For now. It'll be nice and warm today.
Yeah, I know. One of the last days.
We'll take it, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it's gonna be cold soon, and we'll be wishing we had it.
It'll be a nice working season.
I think we're in for another mild winter.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right.
Last couple of years have been great.
If only they were all like that, right?
Oh yeah. I don't think we've had a hard winter in a long time.
Alrighty. Sample piece.
Yeah, beautiful.
Sure you don't want me to make it a shorter section or how?
Nah, I got I don't remember where I left my measurements, so.
You got it. And just to be safe, we'll just run it.
Oh yeah.
It'll go past
Past the last one.
45 feet, you told me?
Well, it's 44 now.
Alrighty.
Depending on how much extra they left at the warehouse.
That's it. It's got to kick and make a loud noise, so don't get worried. That last piece will flop.
That was a little underwhelming.
Wasn't too bad. Sometimes it slaps and makes a really loud noise. You want to go down there and just kind of hold up.
You
on
got it.
Horse.
Yeah.
We're at 42.
All right, so we got all the gutter. I'm not installing that today, but we got to get that done at some point, especially the front of this back house. I want to get water further away from the house, and the gutters right now are either not on or completely ineffective. So that's got to get done. Once again, before I really start finishing the basement or doing anything like that especially. But if I want to make sure moisture stays out of the basement during the wettest parts of the year, that has to get done. And the front house also has to get done quite desperately. So here it is here. You got a little staging area in the back portion of the house. So this is done, paid for, ready to go. So whenever I get down to installing it, I'll be able to just hop right on it. I stock all the necessary hardware, so not really anything left to buy except the downspouts. So that's not a big deal. I try not to stock those because they have a habit of getting shop worn when they stick around too long. Every time you move them, it's the potential to damage. So there's some things you really don't want to just keep in stock unless you're using it on a very, very regular basis. I don't do a whole lot of trough anymore. I used to do quite a bit of it. Used to be part of every job. I would have that in the contract when I do the siding and the windows. I would do the whole exterior. So now I'm at a point I've whittled that down quite a bit. Now pretty much all I do is the siding, and that's it. And I don't mind that. It's a lot easier to pack the truck, I'll tell you that, and you forget tools way less often. So at any rate, let's have a look at what we're working on now. So this pile here is where I'm going to start, and this is the oldest pile in the house now. I'm pretty sure I made this pile when I first opened these doors before I was even really filming everything. So that's got to be gone through. I don't even know what's in there. And most of this has been sorted. So I got an area that's out of the way in the basement. I'm going to put it there right now because it's not in the way of anything really, and it'll just, you know, live there until I get the rest of the place under control. I need more garage space so I can function a little bit better. I got a lot of things I'm storing, and I need the space. I can't deal with all the clutter, and right now every bit of shelf space is holding all these items, and most of it we're not even going to be keeping. It's garbage, so it has to be gone through. This is cool. A radiometer. So it looks like you put it out in the sun and it'll naturally start spinning. I'm going to put this out and see what happens. I'm going to bring you along just because I want to see how this goes. So there we go. Wonder how long it takes. So here we go, coming out of the shade. What? It's just doing that on its own. It's funny, I'm looking in the camera right now, and I forget why it is exactly, but it looks like it's going relatively slow, but I think that's because it's only catching like so many frames per second or something like that. It's actually spinning really fast right now. That's so cool. Alright, back to it. Sorry about that, Ray. I know that's not how we discussed doing it, but I think you'll live. Alright, well that's good enough for now. I'm going to move on to something I really got to get done though. It makes me happy to see that gone. I'm going to sweep that up later and use that space. Ugh. So, something that has to be done. Xana was on my case, and rightfully so, that we have no internet at the house, and because we have no internet, we no longer have any security. So we're back down here at the panel box. So first thing I'm going to do, I got to put a new end on this, obviously. Yeah. I even got the wire exactly right. That's just luck. Now, of course, we need power to it. I'm going to put this box here. So I'm going to have a closet around this eventually, or something probably, because if this is going to, I don't want a panel box in a bedroom. So I'll figure that out down the road. But this line I'm running, when I go to work in the basement, this is probably going to become my temporary power in the basement, because I'm going to be working on the electrical and all that. So I'll have power here, and then I'll just rework it when I get to it. So I'm just going to put it here for now, and this will eventually be the basement circuit. So you'll notice with all these I went down and up. You usually want a little extra left behind. These were circuits that were originally connected. Typically what I would like to do is kind of go down and around and into the circuit. And that's definitely a little more the standard. I just didn't have enough to do it, so I went down and up. But with the rest of these that haven't been done yet, there should be more than enough to do them properly. No, I'm good. Now and then you'll see me just kind of walk away behind the camera for a sec. I have this paranoia after a couple of incidences I've had where I forget to turn the camera on. And I wind up for a very long time in most cases doing this and talking to the camera and going about my day with this delusion that the camera's on. And it's a very kind of sad feeling when I realize I've been doing all that and I was just talking to myself the whole time. So now and then I gotta check just for my own peace of mind. So apparently, you'll see how we got a little ground hole down here. That's supposed to go up. That's what I've heard. But everybody still puts it down. And I think deep down, it's because we like seeing that little oh no face, little guy down there. Oh no, there's power here, be careful, It's always there. Always letting you know. Watch out. So, I like the little oh no face. I put the ground down. I'm sure in the comments somebody's gonna come back and say it's supposed to be up. There is a logic to why it should go up. It's something about, I think if the plug was a little bit out, something dropped, it would hit the ground first. That's just something I heard. I'm not entirely, I can't say for sure what the logic is behind that, but I don't think it's any big deal. Alright, so all that's left now is to plug in this magical box that I don't understand anything about. And we should have internet. We get a light. Ugh, that's disgusting. I'll set something up after. Gross. Alright. There for now. And there she is. Oh, the light turned green. I think that means it's working. Sweet. Alright, so while I'm in the basement, what I could use probably more than anything down here is a good solid cleanup. So I don't know if you even remember when this mess happened. So that's pretty old. That's when I was tearing out the electrical quite a while ago. And this is from when I was repairing the floor. I haven't cleaned down here in a little bit. I know it doesn't seem that bad, I guess, but that bad being a relative term, it's a lot for me. I don't like it. And of course I got all my tools from when I was doing the electrical repair. And I'm starting to get really disorganized. I can't stand that. So let's get this picked up. And then I think, well, I got the panel box on and, you know, I can actually finish the circuits. I'm probably going to do some rearranging. You'll notice I didn't label anything yet. I kind of just know what it is. The reason I didn't bother labeling anything is I'm probably going to reorder some of it when I actually get the rest in. So for right now, it's fine the way it is, and it's pretty easy to identify which one's which. And I know what each circuit is powering up. So I'm going to run the lights for the basement just because that's pretty quick and easy. I know you're sick of electrical, but I can blend it into this video. It's going to be a pretty small portion of it anyway. So it's that. And just remember, like, share, subscribe, all that. It helps keep our channel running, helps keep it growing. So be sure to hit that button if you haven't already. So let's get to it. So I've once again got a space I can think in. So I'm going to get something done down here. Now it might seem redundant putting the lights up now before the framing, but the reality is I'm in a race to get this place an occupancy ticket. So what I'm doing is I'm getting it occupancy worthy, and I'm going to make the basement a separate renovation after everything else is done upstairs. That way we have the option of moving in, doing whatever we want, even though it will be a little bit tight right after. But our circumstances right now are tight. I can tell you that that is less tight. So that's a bit of my priorities at the moment. But I'm going to do it in such a way that I can take the lights and drop them exactly where they belong, because the ceiling will be dropped in a number of places just because of the plumbing and you know, some of the bulkheads. So that's not going to be a problem at all. And I'm gonna wire the switches accordingly as well. There's going to be a three-way switch eventually, but that's already in the plans as well, so no big deal. But yeah, we're going to get that done next because I'll need that once again for occupancy. So let's get this started. Alright, so the first one in is going to be right here. This is going to be the bottom of the stairway light. So I'm going to have a double switch box right here, and that's going to be for the stairway. And the stairway should always be a three-way switch. Switch at the bottom of the stairs, switch at the top of the stairs. That way you don't have to mount the stairs every time you want to turn the power off. So we're going to get a double here. I don't have the box, we'll just dangle the wires for right now. But that light is going to go right here, and then there's one at the top of the stairs that's already in. So I'm going to measure this out, and we'll get this one right. So we just want it center here. So here's where it gets a little tricky. There's a bathroom going in here eventually. I'm not sure what the dimensions are going to be just yet, so I'm not going to worry about adding a box for that. The electrical for the bathroom will all be done at once whenever I get to it. And this one here, I'm just going to center it in this space to light everything up for right now, with the assumption that it's going to be moving that way and down once everything's ready to go. So this one here, I don't really care. I'm just going to feel it out. So this is approximately center, and we're going to throw it in right there. And once again, temporary location. So these nails pull out no problem. The only thing I have to make sure of is that I'm leaving enough line that I can place it where it has to go when it's done. And that doesn't take a whole lot. In most of these cases, it just means make sure I got an extra 6 inches of slack. So for this space here, got a bunch of bulkheads and whatnot. We'll have to work around that whenever we actually go to framing it. So I want to place it so that the bulkheads aren't going to be catching most of the light. So I want to kind of away from all that. So I also don't want it right there. I'll go there. And once again, when I do the drop, and it's not going to be much, but it's probably only going to be dropped about 1.5 inches, the width of a board. But once I do that, I won't have any obstacles in the way of this box. So I'll be able to place it where I want. So that's really it for this side. And this one I'll get a little more accurate, just because I can. So the wall's going to be about here. So I want to go about here and there, and I'm going to throw 2 boxes in. So what I want essentially is to make sure it's in the right joist space. That way I don't have to do any maneuvering. I get it much closer to where it's going to be. So the only box left down here in the basement that I haven't gotten, I should probably do something different in the cold storage. There is one in there, but I might add another, and I got to do one in the laundry room yet, but I'm going to hold off on that room. That's going to get done all at once. So let's get the wire run, and then I got to hunt down more of the whatever I'm going to throw up as a light. I got to get a box, I got to do stuff, so we'll get the wires run. Once it's at that point, it's pretty easy to finish up. So let's get her done. So we got the lights down here, and when they all get lit up, they're going to look a little like non-symmetrical for the time being, but in the unfinished basement, it's really not going to matter. Once again, you know, these aren't too bad because I'm just going to pop these nails out and probably be dropping them down, maneuvering them just a few inches in the direction they really have to go. And once again, we got a bathroom going in here. I got quite a bit of work to do in this basement. If I'm being absolutely realistic, the basement is probably going to be the bulk of the work compared to the upstairs. Just because it's completely unfinished down here. It's right from the ground up, framing and everything. It's not going to be that bad. Finishing basements, it's not, I mean, once you break it down into all the individual jobs, it's not really that bad. But it's definitely going to take, I don't know, I'd say at least a month for me, just because, you know, I'm doing this outside of my regular job. I don't have, you know, time to just do this full time all day long. You know, I gotta go to work and make money, obviously, you know. I'm a pretty normal person. So yeah, it's going to be at least a month, probably longer, if I'm being honest with myself. So yeah, if we get occupancy upstairs, you know, we get ourselves into a more comfortable living situation. Not only that, the biggest thing for me, I would like to return to something approximately, say, a normal life. I like being able to see the kids before they go to bed, things like that. And, you know, if they happen to be living near where I'm working all evening, it's going to be a lot easier. So yeah, all the way around, it's definitely a race for occupancy. So we definitely got a step closer. I mean, we got functional power. The service is updated. It's been inspected. Everything's good. Actually inspected twice because it's inspected by the electrician who comes by to do the main hookup as well as the city inspector. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. Got a lot of stuff hooked back up. I think the only thing I didn't hook back up from all those original circuits is the garage circuit, just because that was a very temporary one. There's still a junction box in it. I was short on line when I did that. So that one, I'm gonna get that one proper. The line that I have strung out right now for the garage, I'm gonna pull it back a little bit, and I'm probably gonna have it run into the laundry room because it's long enough for something there. And then I'm going to get a new line out to the garage, so that way it's a continuous run. I don't have to waste any footage, and it should work out actually pretty perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'd kind of like to get lights out in the garage. That would be really nice. It's very inconvenient, you know, trying to tripping over everything, setting up a light, and you know, it's really annoying. So with that said, I'm heading out for the night. I'm getting pretty hungry here, so I'll see you in the next one. And as always, like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. And yeah, we appreciate you, and I hope you stick around for the rest of the project. Till then, bye.